Hello, hello, hello. I look hyper tan, but it's just the sun. It's a beautiful sunset here in Peoria. Peoria. I'm just trying to. Right now, we just have some. Well, not some. 1 second. One second. Sorry, I was supposed to put the internet for the girls to watch their tablet. Should almost wear my sunglasses right now. And we have this little black fly, the little gnats they're called, but they're harmless. They're just a lot. There's just a lot of them. When it's the time for the sun, like just like in the past half hour, 45 minutes, they showed up. Maybe almost an hour, 45 minutes ago, they started showing up, and they're just like everywhere. I'm just gonna go ahead and close this. They're not everywhere, but they're just very present. So that's why I don't want to be outside right now. The girls are in the camper. They're just trying to watch their cartoon, their YouTube, or whatever they want to watch. So today was a slowish day. I'm enjoying taking our time getting up in the morning. It's so awesome. And then I did I downloaded the app Better Me, and which does some somatic work if you want to lose weight, or I don't want to lose weight, I just want to do exercise just to release the emotions stuck in my body. That's why I got the app. And by the way, if you're gonna try it for like the $1 week for the first trial week, and then they wanted to charge me $48, which I thought was $20 a month. And then I said, no, let's cancel. I'm not paying $50 American to in the end, like for a month. Are you kidding me? And then they said, oh, you don't want to go? So how about $8 a week? And I'm like, well, $8 was like $24. Like, that's more reasonable. Like, all right. And I'm like, no, I have the amount of money I have in my bank account. I am not like I can just go online and find other somatic exercise on YouTube for free, right? So I'm like, no, thank you, I'm canceling. They're like, well, now how about you stay for $2 a week? So it was like $8 for the month. I'm like, well, I guess I can now. Hey, Photoconcama, how are you doing? So yeah, so I decided I stayed, and I'm doing it every day. It's like 12 minutes. I can do more, and so if I miss it, I do it at night in my camper. Doesn't take a lot of space, but I will do the one that don't take a lot of space anyway. But it's just like calming yourself down and doing just little light stretches, and just like sometimes the shoulders, and it's just like taking space and then moving our body however our body wants to move without judging it, and so I've been doing that for now. So 7, almost 2 weeks now, and almost. But I'm liking it, because then I force myself. I'm like, well, I pay for it, and it's a cool app. Like every day there's a new thing that's a new workout, a new thing that's so they're all locked until you get to that day. But it's pretty much the same thing. It's a lot of the same movement come again, and I'm okay with that because they're good movement, and I'm enjoying the movement. I'm like, I wish I was doing it a little longer than 12 minutes. And actually, at the end, when you're done doing the workout, right, it's only 12 minutes. But now, like, I get my yoga mat on the outside. I'm doing that when it's super warm outside, nice, and it's just like in the sun, and I'm just like, yes, the sun, and it just feels so much nicer. I'm like, I mean, this morning Amy was talking about how she had dreamt that she was at a penny store, and she's like, and I have so many pennies, like I could buy everything I wanted. Oh man, I want to cry. Like, she's like, I could buy everything I wanted, and all the pennies, and I bought like food, and like she was like just naming stuff like for life right now, not even mentioning any toys or any technology. She's like I was able to buy us food and more clothes, and like for a penny each, and I was able to pay for it, and I'm like, well, we can't, right? Anyway, hey Scooby, how you doing? And so yeah, so she did dream about that this morning. And why was I going there? There's a reason I was bringing that story. Man, I don't remember, and you weren't there to listen to the beginning of the part. So so how you doing, Scooby? Where are you from? Hey Chris, how you doing, Crystal? actually a little warm in my dress. Maybe I'll just put the top back because I put. Oh yeah, let me show you the beautiful sunset. Thank you. I am the beautiful sunset. Thank you. Right here. I don't know if you can see, but yeah. So it's not yet on the horizon, but almost. It's gonna be very quickly. It's very blinding. Is this how my light triggers people? Thank you. Does she have? Oh, she has a dress under. It's very bright in my eyes. What? Guess what? Okay, I don't know. What did we talk about? I don't know. What am I guessing? I don't know. Are you pregnant? Are you pregnante? That's my first guess. Are you going to Vancouver? Well, yes, you are, but you know, like. So guess what? Oh, nice. I was expecting. Well, that's good news. It's gonna push you to move faster. No pregnante. Well, that I guess it's okay. I guess it's good. No, pregnant. No. Some days I wish, like, one thing I was reading today about grief, like, grief is not just the loss of a person, it's blah, blah, blah. Sometimes it's that you don't get another pregnancy, right? And I'm like, there is a chance that I won't get pregnant again. We're off tomorrow. Nice. Whoop, whoop. You have more time to do some of your stuff for your April show. Or just watch Netflix or do nothing. It's awesome. It's awesome. Today was like plus 20 something. So we ended up spending the afternoon at the library. We go and charge our stuff. Like we bring like, I use all the plugs in the kids section. Oh yeah, I wanted to do that today, yes. But this is why I needed to plug my computer because I need to put my numbers in my Excel file. And I'm going to redo my Excel file better so that I can do it. All my receipts are organized though. Now it's just to plug them in and give my numbers. And also I need to go, I'll probably go through my emails. What I do is because now I don't have all the paper, right? So I'm going to have a bunch of email. I'm going to just copy the stuff in the little file. So yeah, that's good. Oh yeah, I don't do them myself. I'm still going to pay. I'm still going to pay someone for it. Yeah. They get me more money than I get myself. Yes, I paid them $900. But you know what? If I make $4,000 or $5,000 because they knew stuff that I didn't know, well, I don't have to do them. I will get the papers and the numbers organized. Like here's the numbers, and then plug them somewhere else. Unless maybe I'll I don't know. I would save money. If I make $4,000 or $5,000. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that was Eric's job. Eric was the one taking either doing the taxes or sending the papers to the accountant. I've had an accountant for all these years since he passed away. Because there was just so much. Every year there was something weird. So the last year, like we had the accountant because we had all this stuff from like health and all the health receipts and stuff and the medical stuff. And then when he passed away, I had to do mine, the girls, and his, plus the deceased one of his. I'm like, fuck that shit. I'm not taking care of that. No, thank you. And then the year after, I had more stuff of his. I don't think we didn't finish everything that first year because he had other stuff to do. And he didn't want to have to pay to get them done. Oh, for me, it's just like, oh yeah. I don't know. I've learned how to do them, and I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fudge. I don't give a shit about that. Like, I want to have the most money, and there. I will do something better with my time. See, they're on my payroll. Man, I should pay myself. I don't know how to pay myself, though. But I am. And so it was a good day. But yeah, this is the plan this week. I'm like, well, it's nice and warm. No, well, it's nice and warm outside. I've been all day. I'm like, ah. Oh, there's the sun is going down again. The sun is still going down. But I'm like, oh my god. I feel like, man, I'm living this life. Shit, like, and even my home is small. I'm like, it's my home, and right now this is our home and our territory and our property until we change spot. But so right now this is where I'm at, and every time I go in town, I come back. I'm coming back home, right? Like, feels so good, like, to just rest and have a spot. We spend the day outside, or we go to the library or the park. Like this morning, just sitting there, like, I'm doing yoga outside, breathing fresh air, not inside a house. Oh yeah, so I was thinking a story about how Minnie was dreaming about, what she would buy at the penny store that she had in her dream this morning. She woke up, she was so sad, like, she was crying, like, it was so real. It was the penny store. I could buy everything because I have so many pennies. I could just buy food and buy whatever we want. And she said, she would have bought in a big house, like 7-story. There's an elevator. I'm like, what are we gonna do with all that space? And right now, like, I'm enjoying this and having to be outside. Like, you go outside, and like, yeah, okay, I'm okay. And just doing all of my stretches outside, I'm like, this is not just a living room or a gym. I'm actually doing that with the sun shining on me. Like, just being like so in the present that this is, wow, I manifested, right? I manifested this. Like, I feel wealthy as fuck. And so we went to the library, and so I'm looking at the posters, and like tomorrow there's like a free theater show of Dr. Seuss, and you get free tickets online, but there was nothing left. And so I went and I called. I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna call because I'm going to that show tomorrow. I don't care. I said, I'm just looking to see if there's any like any other like free tickets or whatever is left. And the guy's like, you know what, thank you. It's like, because it's a free show, there's often people who don't show up. So I'm sure tomorrow you can just come in and, whatever. Like, the first show there's going to be people that don't show up. So you can come. So I didn't tell the girls yet, but yeah, we're going to go and see a free show. I asked, so Jared, the guy I was being coached from last year, I discovered that, like, this week that he lives, like, 30 minutes away from here. He's busy writing his book, so he's like, no, I'm not seeing anyone at the moment, but... So I'm like, well, if you hear anything, about free activities in the area, I would love to know. So perfect, but so, and then there's another girl that I was in a group working with her at one point 2-3 years ago, and we're gonna meet at some point. We're making plans to meet, so that's fun. And then there's a guy from Quebec. He was on the Yuma post. I went on the Yuma group, and I said, like, what's in Yuma, which was the town we were before. And the guy's like, hey, y a-tu des Québécois ici à Yuma? I'm like, oui, moi, j'étais là il y a 2 semaines, mais je suis rendu à Coin-Phoenix, fait que si tu passes par là, tu viendras dire bonjour. Fait que là, on a juste bonjour aujourd'hui, là, mais t'ennuies-tu du quartier du 30 à Brossard? I'm like, no, not really. It used to be such an amazing shopping district, and now I've seen all of this, and I'm like, I'm not staying in town just because of the shopping center. It's just weird. I'm like, things have changed so much. I'm like, and it's just been 3 months since we left, and how I feel about me is also different. I had this conversation where I'm the queen. I'm like, my friend's like, oh, there's this guy. I want him to I'm always the one initiating calling and doing stuff together, but I want him to do that, and I want him to court me. But she was ready for a commitment with the guy. I'm like, so you were ready to commit to a guy who's not doing what you want in your dream man, right? You're committing to not a dream, right? So here's why the guy is not committing, because you're not committing to your dream. And I was like, fuck, where do I do that? Where am I still like, oh, the guy doesn't want to talk to me, doesn't even want to meet me. Why am I still like, and that's not Thunder, we're not talking about him, but like, oh yeah, imagine this with this guy. I'm like, the guy's not even like taking time to meet with me. I'm like, no, the fucking goddess that I am. She's like, no, I want a guy who's ready to commit, who's ready to meet me, and who's gonna, flirt with me. But today, I attracted a phone call random from Quebec. And I'm like, oh, okay, who's that? Like, hi. He's like, so I work for this company. My friend and I were just starting. And so I wanted to know if we could like have a meeting with you just to see if our services, if it would be good. And I was like, because it's about like finances, I'm like, well, let me just tell them my story and let's see what they have to suggest and if we are a match. It's like, so better words than that we're trying to seduce you to work with us, right? I'm like, well, that's fine with me. You're welcome to seduce me to try to work with you, see if we're a good match. And I said, well, right now I'm not in Quebec, I'm in Arizona. It's like, cool, we can still work. I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, we can do it by Zoom, or if you want, you're welcome to come. If you want to come and join me here, he's like, all right, if you pay for the ticket. I'm like, If now you're putting me in my masculine energy, you're the one who wants to seduce me. I'm not the one paying for your ticket. But yeah, so Friday we're gonna talk. But yeah, so I'm like, ooh, I'm attracting guys, and even if it's just to seduce me, work-wise, like I'm being seduced. You want me to work with you, or you're gonna have to, work it. So the coach, I told him, I was like, oh, it's my excitement to meet you. He's like, well, I don't meet anyone right now. I'm not doing anything, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, cool. I said, well, you're invited. If you're invited to come and have fire and meet the most amazing woman on the universe and the creator of this reality. So I'm the one who's creating this version of him, and I'm okay with that. I said, well, anyway, so cool. I can't wait to read your book and see what's going on. I'm already celebrating your success. And I said, oh, and just next time, if you do want to meet me, you're going to be the one doing the traveling. I mean, God brought me here. Like, I brought me here, but like following my last excitement, not knowing that he lived here. And just following, oh, this is fun, this is exciting, and meeting people. And like, don't want to meet me? Okay. I am not going to push it anymore. He already said no, and I'm like, he's busy. I'm like, well, if you change your mind, I'm still here. And this is why today I was like, fuck that. I know. Like, yeah, if you do want to meet again, when you're not busy anymore and you feel like you want to meet me, well, wherever I am in the planet, you're the one who's going to travel to come and meet me. And this is what I'm manifesting. I want a guy who's going to do the traveling to meet me. Little flies. Hello, little flies. Like, there's a lot, but at least they don't bite, so I'm very happy with that. We just see them everywhere. As soon as the door opens, we have a few coming in. So I'm like, girls, the door. But it's only for like an hour. But yes, I was talking to my friend. I'm like, yeah, no, we're freaking goddesses. We want a guy who's gonna court us. Well, it's just normal that we get courted. It's just normal. It is. We are now like in Bridgerton, where at the beginning they had all these men coming and giving her gifts to try to court her and seduce her. Like, they had a lineup of guys to give her a gift. This is how it should be. This is how it is now. And then we get to choose which one we're getting. No more settlings! No more settling. I was like, why am I attracting this in my reality now? And we were 3-4 ladies in that conversation. One of them's like, we should have a podcast, man. We should have a podcast together right now. Talking about all the divine feminine and healing, and it was pretty entertaining. Oh, and we're all into manifesting and into the inner work and stuff. So that was pretty cool to see. But yeah, it's like, shit, where am I still doing that? But like, thank you, girls. You showed me about this, where I'm doing this. It's all happening for me. So today, one of my friends, I think he went back to rehab a month ago. I didn't know. I just knew at one point I was seeing him, like, was logged in. And then, so Pierre-Luc, he was logged in. And then at one point I wrote something and I never saw him again, like for almost, a few weeks of anything. And I'm like, in my head, like, oh, he must have gone to rehab, because last time he was in rehab, he only had a few minutes or a few minutes per day of social, that he could go on the computer. And now I think he's very serious about this time. Last time he was serious-ish, but I think he's very serious about this time, and of succeeding in this thing, because he's been doing it for a while. Like he's been, and so I'm sending him lots of love. Let's send Pierre lots of love. And so anyway, so at one point I didn't know, and I was like, okay, so I saw online on TikTok this guy who just got, like, was a video of him who just got a phone call that he learned that his friend died. And then I kind of felt that emotion, and then I know it's my grief, that's just but I was like, I'm just gonna go and see like that friend, like that guy. And we've been talking for 4 years now, and there was a lot of attraction, and and because of him, because he was in my life, I was able to navigate a lot of my hardship, like a lot of it. And he's helped me through just being him. Sometimes it was just through ghosting me, sometimes it was through being a jackass, sometimes it was most of the time loving, but there was a lot of sexual tension. It was fun. We had a lot of fun. He's the only one that I showed my picture, one of picture that nothing is blurred. The other people never paid for it, so he's the only guy who actually saw it. He's the only guy who I felt compelled to send him, and he really appreciated it. But anyway, so when I saw this video online, I'm like, I'm just gonna go see, and then I'm like, okay, I haven't seen any of I don't message him, but I can tell, right? Sometimes if I go on my stuff, the green light that says, oh, the person is online, or the person is active on Instagram. I'm like, okay, cool. He's still there. But now I'm like, okay, like today I kind of felt the emotion. I'm like, okay, he's not there. And I said, okay, I'm not sure what's going on. I'm really hoping right now that it's because you're not responding because you're in rehab and not dead, right? I wrote that, and I'd written something else the other day. And I know he couldn't help me. I know even when he was not there, he couldn't really help me. Like, but just his presence was really helpful. Like, even if whatever, like he was validating my emotions and stuff. And even when he was in his own struggle, so I felt very loved by him, even if he had what he called his demon and stuff. But I felt very appreciated. And anyway, and so I kind of like, okay, I kind of freaked out. I freaked out a little bit. So I'm like, I need to know. I can just hope, and I said, I really hope this is what's going on, and I do believe you can do it. And so I went on Facebook, because we were friends on Facebook. I'm like, let me just go check on Facebook, right, if he's been active. And then it does say like January 21st that he had, like, okay, this is happening. He's like, I guess I didn't learn my lesson, and I'm going in again, so I'll see you in 3 months. If you don't hear from me for 3 months, I'm just, so I'm like, relief. So I knew like he was not dead, and that he most likely is in rehab for 3 months, which is what they usually would do. And now I know he's gonna make it till the end. I know last time he was so close, but something happened, and now I know. I just know. Anyway, so this afternoon I was crying. I'm like, why am I crying? Like, it's okay, but I'm like, I was afraid. I was afraid that he actually might have killed himself this time, or something would have happened to him, because a couple of weeks ago when we had talked, he had an overdose, right? And I didn't react much. I'm like, well, you know what? Like, it's what happened, and just in the mindset of like, okay, well, you needed that, and that's okay. I still appreciate you. It doesn't remove your worth from me. But then today I was like, I kind of felt afraid that, I had lost another, like a friend, not another friend, but that, I'm like, okay, and I was crying. I felt really like, okay, I got scared, right? I really honored the emotion I was feeling, instead of trying to go, I feel scared because, right? I've been a lot in my head, and just, yes, we do a lot of reframe, but now I'm learning to sit with my emotion. I said, okay, now I really got afraid, because I really love this guy. Like, he's a really good friend to me. I'm really appreciating him very much, even if sometimes we would just ghost and not talk, and then we would talk again, and it didn't matter to me. Like, it's the growth that we both got from our interactions. And so I was very like, I'm like, okay, I did feel afraid, and I felt sad if that was gonna happen. And anyway, so I honored the feeling, and I'm like, oh, because I said, the guy on TikTok that just got the call that his friend like had committed suicide. I'm like, man, like, it sucks, like to have that call that one of your friends died. I'm like, must sucks. And then, because that's what I imagined about this guy. And then I'm like, oh shit, my husband died. Right? So, at the same time, I'm like, why was I afraid that I would have lost a friend like that? Like, even if it was, I've never met the guy. We met once on Zoom, once. But that was it. Like, it was always by texting. But I still feel, hey, Mel! Like, I still feel very dearly for this person. And I said, oh my God, it's because I feel like now how horrible it is. I lost my best friend, right? And yeah, so that triggered a lot. So it was never, not about him, but yes, I was afraid. But I'm like, because I'm like, it must suck when your friend dies. Like, no, the answer. And then it put me into like a different perspective of, man, all my friends that learned that he died, right? I wasn't there when they learned it. Like, either it was on the internet or I would have posted it, or, you know. And now I was like, oh my God, how you doing? I was like, all the grief that they must go through. Like, right now I'm kind of getting out of my own grief, that I'm able, like, in the healing, to be now able to see other people's hurt and how they're doing, right? Like, man, all the, like, the coworkers that may have told them off, or that may have been a little too rough, or people who are friends who wish they would have told him something. Oh, I want to cry now. People wish they would have told him something before he went, right? Like, we just like, okay, let's go to Toronto, and never came back. So like, man, all these people that he had an impact on, because we went around, right? So he was always smiling and positive, and he had a really good energy. So all the people that were affected some way, somehow, by him passing away, they are all that one person say, I got a call or whatever, that one of my friend died, right? And it was my husband. And I'm like, I'm just putting myself in their shoes now. I'm like, shit, right? I know I'm doing my work. I put myself in my shoes too, and I see it from other perspective when I go to the park and I see the moms, or I see people at the library. I'm like, man, this is me, this was me, and it's still me. Yes, she might have a husband, but there's a part of me that doesn't have a husband, and she would raise her children and bring them to the library, and you would not know, right? So I was able to just see them with more compassion and whatever they're going through. But today was like, I wonder how my friends learned about it, learned the news, and what was their reaction. I don't know. I absolutely have no idea. I've never asked them. But yeah, so I was like, that's interesting today to have this all coming from this one video that brought me to my friend, that brought me to this within, that brought me to outside. It's a very cool, like, I find it super cool. But yeah, so I'm like, oh, I lost a friend. I don't need to imagine what they must feel like. I lost my best friend. How did I take it? Yeah, well, I cried. But yeah, so this is a good trip. It's a good healing trip, big time. Did I do any other breakthrough today? I think those were the main two breakthroughs. Pretty freaking powerful. I'm powerful as shit. I'm like, it'd be nice to do, like, for activities. Boom. A show. We're gonna go see a show tomorrow. I'm cool with that. So how was your day? It's still nice and warm. There was something else I want to share. There was something else. I don't remember. Oh, so we did pizza for lunch. Hey, Pamela Starshine, how you doing? So we had pizza on the stove today because I don't have an oven, right? So how do you make pizza? Well, we had pizza dough. It was too big, so we cut it in quarters. And this morning we did homeschool, so we immediately learned about fractions for the first time. And so we did our quarters. I would warm up one side, warm up the other side while I put the sauce and a little bit of cheese. Work on some macaroni today. Took a nap clean. Ooh, that's my kind of day. Nap, my kind of day. No, actually, I don't feel like napping much. Or if I was to nap, I just want to be in the sun though. I don't want to nap in my bed. I want to be outside when the sun is out. I want to be out. I'm like, I just need a lounging chair. Like, I can just lounge. Maybe I'll just put my yoga mat on the ground tomorrow and just do that. But yeah, that's cool. But you got a lot of work. You're doing a lot of macrame. A lot of macrame. So what's this show in April? Just checking. There's a truck with the light. It's true. Is the camper not there? Or is it though? Just trying to see. There's a pickup with a big light in the front. Isn't Northern Ontario handmade? They only pick 50 people to join. Nice! Of course they handpick you. You're amazing. It is super cool. Love it. It must make you feel special. You must feel special for that. Alright. I have not been picked. Sorry. For anything. And I'm like, you know what? I'm okay. I'm so okay. I'm like, right now, am not striving for anything. I absolutely have zero goals. Other than just being the present. My business, I don't really care, but it's like, right now, right here, right now, it's perfect. And, you know, I know life has ups and downs and ups, well, it doesn't feel ups and downs, but like it has winters and, you know, yes, Kim got picked too, as they have a kid. Oh, this is so cute. So they didn't have a kids section before, now they do have one. Because you manifested a spot for your daughter. This is super cool. You're a manifester, see? I'm like, what do I want to manifest? I'm like, I don't know. I'm kind of like, I don't. Starting to imagine all I want is taking a lot of mental load. Honestly, it's taking me a lot of mental load. Right now, we're just, alright, what's the next step? Alright, what are we doing today? I don't know if it's good. I don't know. For me, it's good. For me, it's good to not be in my head and just like, whatever surprise gonna come, whatever surprise gonna come. Even I was like, hey girls, like, are you like, I'm like, oh, I could sign you up for some acting. And the girls are like, you know, like, we don't really care about acting. I think you care more about it than us. And I said, because they were talking about, you know, when I'm 12 or 14, Sophie wants to work in a Starbucks because like it looks super cool to make, you know, to make the frappuccino and stuff. And I said, well, I'm gonna work to make money, because what if we already are millionaires, right? That we have a lot of money. I don't know, I would work just for the fun of it. I'm like, okay, as long as it's because you think it looks fun, then I'm all cool with it, right? Like, but so, and we were talking about that, and I said, well, right now, you know, before you're 12, you actually can do acting. You get paid right now, right? And like, yeah, it's okay. Anyway, so they didn't tell me that. At first, they told me to remove their name, like to not do anything, and then they're like, well, okay, I guess we can do some, like if we're doing it together. I'm like, okay, because they get. When they do it, right now we're not doing it because I'm like, well, we need the entertainment permit, blah, blah, blah. I don't even give a shit. We are it. If we are it, I'm not the one taking care of any of the permit, any of the anything. If God, the universe, which is me, but if somebody wants really to work with us, they're gonna be the one doing the paperwork. So like, I'm not doing paperwork before I get anything, because that's what I did last year. I did the paperwork to have the entertainment permit so that they can work. Now I'm like, And when and if we go back to Quebec this summer, well, when we'll come back April, May, we don't need entertainment permit in Quebec. Guess what? I'm gonna do that. I will be able to say yes for the projects that we receive. Now I'm saying no, I'm not there, and I'm okay. I actually am very okay. Like, no, I'm not back. Now imagine they all want to work with me. And there's a photograph like, so when are you coming? Are you coming back? And if yes, when? Because I'd still like to work with you. And we'll see. So like, you know, now I receive those little things for acting, just in background, and it's like, well, I'm still awake. Thank you. Like, I'm wanted. I'm desired. People, even the guy from Quebec call and say, hey, I want to see if I can, you know, have you work with us, like, for us to offer our services. And I want to like seduce you to work with us or something, like, for me to hire them. I'm like, well, see, well, I don't mind doing the call, just. And I told the universe, I'm like, I'm open to be seduced. So seduce me, universe. However, if it's for a job offer, if it's, well, what? La porte. Sophie, ferme la porte! Ferme la fenêtre, les bébés! Merci! Le screen. Ferme le screen! Bon, qu'est-ce qu'elle veut? Qu'est-ce qu'elle veut? Qu'est-ce qu'il y a? Well, I'm receiving random hugs, and I'm okay with that. Alright, quick. No, quick hug.
Oh, yeah. Hello, lovely people.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye,
Merci. She's definitely more cuddly, and I've changed reality, and she's definitely more cuddly. I like it. I'm like, oh, what does she want now? Oh, a hug. Okay. I can calm down. I can calm down. She's back. I'll tell her that you said hi. Oh, we made yesterday. We made what are they called? So we made a fire outside because I was not gonna cook that inside the camper. It's like the little dough stick that you dip in cinnamon and sugar, or anyway, it's like a little dough. It looks like a star, and then a long star shape. Long, and then you just boil it and cook in oil. The word's gonna come back. They have food trucks of it. It's like we're playing, like, guess what the word is, and I can't say it. There's food truck of it. It's a sweet treat. They sell usually like in packs of maybe 2, 5, 6 sticks of it, and so oftentimes they will give you a little. Yes! Ding, ding, ding! Churros! Thank you! I'm good at charades. I'm not even gonna hit myself like, but, and, so I had bought this box a while ago of churros. Alright, well, we'll make it, but now you have to cook in oil, so I said we'll do it on the fire when we have a fire. Because otherwise, cooking oil in the camper and it splashes, and I'm not a big fan of that. And so we did it yesterday. Took a little while because what we did is we burned all our paper before and all our cardboard boxes. There was a little bit of branches too, but we didn't have a lot of coal. So it was warm, but not hot, right? So it took a little longer. But anyway, we made little balls because it was quite thick. But they were good. They were really good. So if you buy yourself a little box of churros, they're pretty easy to make. Use a fryer. Get a fryer. It's easier. But they were really good. And then I had some potatoes that I received at the food bank. And I'm like, oh, you know what? I'm going to make some fries. The fries were good. I think they must have been in the oil for an hour, but not boiling oil. We were at the end of the fire and not much coal, and it was just a little bit bubbly. So the potatoes, they got mushy, they got warm, they got all squishy, but not crispy, not golden. It was still good with salt. It was okay. Like, a nice bite of oil. Just trying to look here. Is that the screen? No, the screen is. That's the door. That's the window. And anything else. Yeah, so when we go to the library, I use all the plugs in the kids section because the girls are in the kids section. So I have a plug for my phone, a plug for my computer. Then we bring the switch. We plug the switch as well. Now we found a game on one of the lot here. We found a game and we're like, oh, what's the game? But you need internet. So today we went and we forgot the game. So next time we go, we're gonna try to download whatever it needs for the game. It needs part of internet. And so at least we got that. And so the game is called Ori and the Will of the Wisp or something. Anyway, so it sounded like a cool game. Like, oh, the universe is giving us games. And yeah, so I'm like, oh, this is cool. So, but it's hard. Like right now, we couldn't play because it needs internet, and it needed to have an update, which we needed that game for, so today I can do it. But I'm like, we were about to recharge that. So I have and then Sophie's tablet was not really charging very much. We're still at 30% now, but so I got each plug beside each computer. There's one plug, and then maybe I bring my extension with the block with the different plugs instead of going everywhere around. Plug one and just I'm like, okay, here's a plug, here's the plug, here's the plug. I got my stuff around. We found a way. And then the girls, they read books and then they play the games and some games. There's computer with education stuff too. So we might have spent 2 hours today, 2.5 hours there. But yeah, so. But today, one of the books with Emily, I haven't done a lot of reading, so she doesn't really know how to read fully. But they have this section for kids like to read with phonetics and stuff. And so today we start reading books of Curious George. And it was like, George is happy, blah, blah, blah. He is happy about blah, blah. He is happy. So so she was able to read. She read 2 books today. I would just help her out on some of the sound, or like say, you already read this word and look at the letters. So we read this one, and the next one was the word best. And so she was able to read 2 books today, like with a little bit of help. But I mean, it's better. Like, I mean, she can read. Like, yay! Like following. Sometimes she just plays something like, you have to look at the word. She's just guessing. But that's how you start reading. Sometimes you make association. You start look at the image, associate the words, and try to guess what's going to be the next word. But yeah, so we're teaching her different strategies now. But it's fun. At least she was able to read. I was super proud. And then Sophie, she was looking at the computer for some Minecraft books. And I said, you know what? And I went and looked because I didn't know. They didn't have a lot. But so I went and looked and I, come here, Sophie. But instead of you looking for a book on the computer, let me show you the kind of books they have here, right? So we went and saw some books. I said, here, those are some about witches, about ghosts here. There's some about real people here. There's some about like Richard Guinness here. And like, so I said, look at, instead of like going to pick one, just look around and look. There might be one that will interest you, right? And so we sat down. She got one about myth about boats, like ghost boat, like pirate ships and stuff from the past. Did we start reading the witch one? No, we didn't read the witch one, but like we started reading some of them. Like, that's good. Like, I want to see what she's attracted. I want her to kind of have a feel for all the books and not just like have one in mind, but also go like, huh? Because she has so many interests. And like, I said, well, there's so many books that you can read. And she was putting them back. I'm like, no, you got to put them on the cart. It says, do not reshelve the books. Put them on the cart. She's like, but why, Mom? I said, first, because sometimes we don't know where to go back. Even if you know, you might not know. But I said also because the people here work here. They love their job. They love books. And they love putting the books back. And at the same time, I guess, as the librarian, if they might actually, because when we were looking for a book, it says the book is being restocked on the shelf right now. So if it's on the shelf right now, because it will say the book is on the shelf at this place. So if it's being restocked, like reshelved, because somebody took it, put it in the computer, saying, don't look for it right now. I have it somewhere on one of my cards. But as a librarian who loves books, you actually, you know, if you're doing your research right, how many times has the book been reshelved? Right? Like, if you go from a business point of view, what are my readers interested in reading? Which books get reshelved the most? Right? If you take a book and put it back, they don't know you've taken the book. They don't know this book is an amazing book that people want. But if you put it on the shelf and they reshelve that book 5 times during that day, I mean, that would make sense. Like, this is what I'm seeing right now as to why they would actually say, just, you know, yes, I understand for the classification, but I mean, it was all like, if you're in the same section, they don't have, that one is just by author, not by number. So there's no number. So the order would not make difference. But if you're going for a statistic of seeing what people like to read, then that would make the most sense. Yeah, I want to see which books my kids love the most, and then I can either order more of those books when we get the budget, or I can put those books on, like, you know, open them. There's always lots of books on top of the shelves, so kids can just say, hey, what's this book, and open it. I know that's how I pick my books. If the staff put it on the shelf, especially with the girls, like, well, let's read what this book is about, and then we open and we read it, put it back, and then we open, right? And then at one point we were taking books and they would just put a different book at its place. I'm like, oh, cool. All right, you're offering me a suggestion. I love your suggestion. Let me just take it. It's very rare that I go look, like, unless I have one book in mind, it's very rare that I go look inside the books. I'm like, what's here? Just like when I go shopping, what's on the model? I like what she's wearing. I'll take it in my size. Do you have it in my size? Yes? Okay, that's how I shop. That's how I like shopping. Show me how it fits together and I'll take it. This is why Winners, also I shop more where there are spots, like where the models are, and okay, I don't like this. And if it's shown to me, I like it. Other than that, if I have to start looking, I sometimes I would, if I really am into, I really want to spend money, I need new shirts. Nah, I really love my clothes, and like, I don't want to, I don't have much to, I wear the same things 2-3 times until it's dirty. I don't do lots of laundry. I don't want to go do laundry often. I don't need to. It's just us. I mean, we don't stink. We're like, actually, like, I'm pretty impressed. I'm pretty impressed. It's pretty sweet. It's pretty sweet. And I'm not hyping myself up. Like, I really think it's pretty sweet. And then I go on some of the Facebook groups where it's like RV stuff. But there's a bunch of people who are on the groups because they're doing like homework before buying an RV, or they're like, oh, what are the pros and what are the cons? What do I need to look for? What do I need to plan for? And then they ask questions because they're getting ready. Like, am I the only one who's like, we can't afford rent anymore and I'm just gonna get rid of everything and just go into an RV? And like, people are kind of at that point, like, it's a pretty sweet lifestyle. There's no mortgages, no electricity. You know, yes, you have the battery, and you know, either you need a system somehow, or you're gonna pay at the campground, or something. But it's a one-time thing. Like right now, my battery it's just the 2 of us, and it's warm enough that we don't need the more right now. Right now, our 100 watts is perfect for what we need. Now, there's one thing going on though. I don't know what's going on. The stove fan, the range, because it has a fuse. It's been blowing up. The fuse keeps blowing up, and I've only used it once this morning, but I don't know why it's tripping. It's like the 2nd or 3rd time that it's tripping, and so I don't know why. And then one of the light is not working. I guess I'm assuming I'm gonna just have to change the light. But when I was turning it on, it would drain the battery. It would use the power of the battery. I'm like, oh. So I don't know if it's because the light is not working, and it still goes a loop for the electricity to go on, or... Anyway, so I have to check that out. So I bought a bunch of 15 amp, whatever, the 15, the blue one. Just gonna change it. So now I just can't have the fan on when I cook, because I haven't changed it yet. But it's kind of a little annoying. I don't know why. And I don't care right now. I'm like, I'm good. My fridge works. If it's too cold in the morning, we just turn on the heat once, just as we wake up, and then that's it. And then the pump works, the heater works, the water heater, and lights work. But we try to use more of the solar light when at night. Not right now, but yeah. Anyway, I'm happy I got to talk. I got to talk to you and whoever is watching. And was there something? Oh, I have a new little video on TikTok. So if you have not seen it, go see it. I do get paid for it. I'm getting paid to do little videos on TikTok and YouTube. I can't wait. Instagram is coming soon. It says coming soon. So I can't wait to have little shorts to post on Instagram too. So that'd be cool. I don't know how that works. Maybe a little reel or... What are they doing? Just trying to see. Oh, she's drinking water. Okay. So I love you all. I love you, Crystal. Have a good night and enjoy your snow day tomorrow. We're gonna enjoy our sunny day tomorrow. Bye.